Hey guys, it's Ted Bogert. Welcome back to the Ted Show. Excited to have one of my besties, one of my dearest friends, Nick Nastase with the Property Pros is here today. We're going to talk about, he's one of the top 35, under 35 for Orlando Real Producers. We're going to talk about the market, get a little origin story from him. And of course, we're in person today, which I love with Nick. Nick got to come up and visit.
Yes.
I haven't seen him in so long. Well, at the Orpheus, but that's for another story. Welcome back, Nick. Good to see you, my friend. Always great to see you. All right, so let's take a deep dive. I told you before we went live that the audience, whoever, they might have been buried somewhere, not understand, head under a rock. They don't know who you are. Give them a little origin story about Nick.
Well, I am the branch manager and also a realtor with the Property Pros. I manage about 36-ish agents.
Wow. I didn't know it was that many.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so when we started, it was 9, 10, 11, 12, around that number. And I've been now doing it for over 2 years now. It'll be over 2 years in this month, actually.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
So I love what I do. It's a great time. I get to take other agents and help grow their business and help support them. As well as, take on my own clientele and help them find their dream homes. I used to work for Universal Studios for 11 years. So a lot of my clientele comes from there. So thank you guys.
What'd you do there?
Everything. So if you can think of a position, I did it besides food and beverage. But I did everything from attractions to parking and transportation to emissions sales. And then the last position I held was HR, doing recruiting. So it kind of fits the position as a branch manager because, I meet with people as well that want to join our brokerage or that are interested in a switch. So I can meet with them and chat with them and see what we offer and if they're a good fit for us and if we're a good fit for them. So I use that experience from there. And I also use that guest service experience because purchasing a home or selling a home is a big decision, as everyone knows.
Huge.
And especially these last 2 years, which were very crazy. It definitely changed.
They've been insane, man. Crazy.
How the market was.
So we're going to talk about that. But one thing, there's a little piece of history that you didn't share. You were sort of born into a real estate family. I think that's because everybody wants to know, how did you come into real estate? For most people, they can say, I kind of stumbled into it here or there. But no, you come from a family that does real estate. Talk a little bit about that.
So my father and my older brother are brokers together in South Florida. When my older brother turned 18, he immediately got his license and worked underneath my dad. So it was a lot of fun. When I turned 18, I was like, there's no point. He's taking over the family business. So I did the opposite and I moved to Orlando because I always said when I turned 18, I was moving to Orlando, and I, built a career at Universal. And then once I got into my sales role, actually at Universal, it's like you said, it's in the blood. I can't get away from it. And I fell in love with it at Universal, did a lot of great programs for them. If you're buying express within the park in front of the haunted houses, that's my fault. Sorry. Created that. So, I took that experience and one day I called some of my friends and I was like, hey, his name was Bobby. And, he was great to meet with me and chatted with him. I was like, I don't want to get my dad's hopes up, but, this is what I'm thinking about doing and finally stepping into the position of a realtor and joining the family legacy. And then, once I finally agreed to it, then I called my father and said, hey, this is what I'm doing. And he connected me with Gold Coast, which at the time actually wasn't here, but now they're everywhere in Orlando.
Everywhere.
So I'm glad to see them because they are a great school. So if you know anyone that's looking to get their license, highly recommend them. I took my license, passed, and met with the Property Pros, and that's kind of history.
Isn't that crazy? You and Wendy
and
Anthony. It's such a great brokerage.
Yeah.
I think it's so diverse.
Absolutely.
Very diverse. In such a
especially
fantastic way.
Fun ones.
You guys, oh God, there's a challenge there, Wendy and Jen. Let's talk about the market though, because I think a lot of people are naysayers. People are saying it's terrible, it's awful, and they're not sure how to maneuver through it. So tell us what your thoughts are on it and what you're doing in your business to continue to build and continue to grow your team.
Absolutely. So I actually am enjoying this market now because I've noticed lately, the last few weeks, people are kind of realizing, okay, prices have kind of stopped being 30, 40, 50,000 over
Right.
asking price, as well as, 20,000 over starting at a listing price. So people are seeing that the prices are kind of coming back to a realization of where it should be.
Yes.
And I think with that, and as well as the interest rates, the clients are realizing like, okay, now both aren't at the height. So
Right.
now they're kind of balancing each other out. So I'm starting to see, like as we spoke about yesterday, people are coming back, and the buyers are starting to pick back up, I think. And I'm excited about it because I love working with buyers. I love working with sellers as well. But now it's the opportunity to get FHA, VA offers, because unfortunately those clients were neglected because unfortunately there were some realtors that just didn't know how to work with them. Everyone jumped into the business.
That is so true. Wow.
To some of them just to make a quick buck, and they're already out of the door. Not even agents anymore. But now we're seeing experienced agents again, and agents that want to learn and want to make a career out of this, sticking around, as well as learning the ways to get these offers. And because a lot of them haven't. I submitted an offer on a property yesterday, and they're like, oh, well, what's the difference between this? Because it's a FHA. I'm like, not much. It's just FHA addendum, and
Right.
if the appraisal comes in lower, we'll deal with it when it gets there. Like,
That's what one of the things I love about what you do. You mentor people. All of Property Pros to me is like that. It's very
Yes.
mentor oriented. Culture is a big deal there, huge deal. It's like the real culture, which I need to do a whole show about culture. But Anthony and the rest of the leaders, you, Wendy, Jen, everybody that's on the management team, I guess, or the leadership team,
Yeah.
you guys set up such a great culture, but such a great foundation for the agents.
Yeah.
There's a process. You actually have processes, and there's a way for things to do things, and you have a plan. And so I think that is one of the things that sets you guys apart as a boutique agency, is that you really do invest in your agents. So that's my shameless plug for the Property Pros. Let's talk about top 35 under 35. So
Yes.
I don't recall the age 35. It's a dark memory way in the past. But that's actually a really big deal. So just tell them just a little bit about what that even means. What is top 35 under 35?
So it means, anyone who's under the age of 35, which are the top 35 agents, it could be volume, anything else that, sales wise, interactions, partnerships, all these things that are considered, you're nominated. And I fortunately was nominated and selected as one of the top 35, and I'm very grateful for it, humbled by it. And just being named amongst so many amazing individuals, so many people I've worked with deals, and watching them grow from when I started with them as well. It's amazing to kind of see, and
it's a big honor.
It is. I don't know what more to say because it's
a
great honor.
It's a great honor. Aaron does an amazing job recognizing.
I was just gonna say that. He does an amazing job. The Orpies, he recognized everyone. I should have brought it with me. I didn't. But we had these amazing star trophies that were made that were like crystal looking and
beautiful.
Put it in my office. I need to send a picture to you that it's there. But we love him, and he did a great job with that. And I love that he's recognizing the realtors for, especially over these last 2 years. It was hectic.
Bringing that many realtors together, big shout out to Aaron. He does an amazing job. Let's talk about what you're doing in the market as a top 35 under 35. Yeah. With the shift, with a little bit of stabilization, some of the things we were talking about earlier. What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you doing anything different? Have you added any kind of process are you doing open houses again? What's in Nick's arsenal there that you can maybe share with the audience?
Yes, I am going back to the basics. We've been grateful enough to have 2 amazing years of just constant go, go, go. Your phone's ringing all the time. You list the house, contract. But now it's going back to the basics and teaching my team, especially the ones that, grew up during the go, 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 and the ones that are currently joining us in this changing market, showing them that, hey, things are going to sit in the market. This is normal. If it sits on the market for 2 weeks, hey, yeah, that was typical 4 or 5 years ago. Showing them that it's okay, but now taking that going, but doesn't give you an excuse to go, let it sit. Let me just not do nothing.
Right.
So we're getting ahead of it, teaching them training, doing trainings to show, hey, this is how you can do open houses again, making sure people are signing in. So if they don't have a realtor, you can follow up with them as a free lead. And just going back to the basics with it of training our teams and, taking what I'm showing them and implementing myself. I've been definitely focusing a lot more on my farming, door knocking and things like that. I haven't started the door knocking yet because it's way too hot.
It's way too hot.
But once it starts cooling down, I'll pick that back up again. But I'll be picking up the open houses. I've been, helping my team and, getting it under their belts, but now I'm going to be picking those back up on my listings as well as some within the brokerages, because we do have several listings that have hit the market this week or, have been sitting for a little bit. So just trying to get the clients out to those homes and kind of just staying in front of the clients and
back to basics. I love that.
It's the easiest way to.
It's literally the best way. And if you don't know what that means, reach out to me or Nick because we will help you.
Yeah.
All right. So before we give all your contact information, I like to ask one personal question. Don't worry, I won't ask anything that I'm not supposed to ask. When I say the word hero to you, who's the first person who comes to mind?
Oh, that's tough. But when you first, the first person that was my father that popped into my head, but also my mother, just because we grew up in the market where, things were amazing right before the crash. And then we went through the emotions of the crash. So I got to experience everything firsthand, and saw how he didn't let it defeat him, where a lot of people left the business. He continued to fight and, still kept his brokerage alive. And still to this day, it's, successful. And him and my brother are now co-brokering together in South Florida. But, not only that, he didn't give us the easy way out. He made us learn the hard way. And because of him and my mother, it's kind of created who I am today and how I run my business. So
beautiful.
I kind of inspired by him on how I run my business. So I kind of take away from what I grew up with and remembering the family barbecues that he did for the team and the events and how he would invite them over for dinner and make it more personal rather than a business transaction. So I kind of take that approach in my business. So I take that.
You do, and you do a fantastic job. All right. So in your business, what's the best way for them to find you and reach out to you, Nick?
For me, my phone number, I'm always on my phone. So right now it's
really
hard.
Is.
It's been
and he answers it.
I'm always, so if I don't respond within, 30 minutes, call the police. But you can call me at 954-461-0761, or of course on Instagram, Nick Sells Central FL, or on Facebook, Nick Nastase. So those are going to be the 3 easiest ways for me to contact or to reach out to me. But yeah, if you have any questions about the market, want to learn how to door knock, any of that, I'm more than happy to help.
I love it. You're one of the best. One of my besties. I love you to pieces. Reach out to Nick. Yes. You're buying, you're selling, you have questions. You might be a realtor somewhere else and you might want to find out what's going on with Nick and his team. He's just as easy to get along with and helpful as we talked about today. It's awesome. Thanks for being on the show. We love you guys. We'll see you soon. Reach out to Nick Nastase. Bye, everybody.